Good afternoon. Indeed, I have given myself the task to introduce a few systems in the area of machine learning and artificial intelligence that we use in our company. And I really just wanted to show you interfaces of productive systems in use, and therefore, but I have to give a bit of explanation, so I will switch between 3 different systems or 2 instances of systems and my PowerPoint presentation. I hope it will fulfill what I am aiming at, to give you a vivid idea of the technology and not just watching me struggling with technology. But probably that's the situation you are also in your companies with a lot of these new technologies. So I mix machine learning and artificial intelligence without dwelling on the question of differences and similarities. And for the user, it's all the same. A few explanations beforehand. I work at the ORF. The ORF is the public national broadcaster of Austria, an 8 million population, 9.1 are we in the meantime, population in Europe. So you can imagine how large our technical operations are. We are rather a small company, but we are in a lucky situation, and therefore my presentation is also to some extent representative for more German-speaking broadcasters, because we have our archive data. When we had to choose a new archive database a few years ago, some years ago already, we have chosen for the database of the ARD, and the ARD is a non-profit association of German-speaking broadcasters in Germany, 8+ broadcasters. And we joined this cooperation just for sharing the archive system and sharing the development of the archive system. And so it's a bit a look into a larger universe, probably. And what I will show you are 3 technologies or technology instances. One is I will show you our speech-to-text interfaces. Speech-to-text is one of these technologies that are the longest on the market. And that's the reason why I would like to show the interfaces to you, because I saw an evolving improvement of these interfaces when we in the last years. And that's for me one of the things I would like to stress a bit. There are a lot of new technologies about to reach our working area, and we should give them some years to really develop their interfaces towards our needs. It takes some time, and I was astonished when I saw the last implementations how to use speech-to-text. And then I will show a bit in the same system a bit about image search. We have a rather elaborated prototype. And the last thing that I would like to show you is our AIditor. That is an editorial AI test bed. Last year it won the EBU Technology and Innovation Award. And it is something that you can't explain, you have to see. So just a bit still remaining in screenshots. That is the famous search interface of the FESA database. It consists of hundreds of search fields that you can target individually. So our professional users use this search interface and can very precisely pick out what they are looking for. And I just show you how many fields we now have applied to distinguish the different AI and machine learning technologies simply to be able to select generations of automatic in our metadata to select by which model, by which tool a certain annotation has been produced. Because we are convinced that over time we will have a huge patchwork of different technologies that we have used in certain time periods, and of course we will maintain that and we will try to normalize it to the best levels, but it will always be the question how much computational time do we have and what do we tackle next, and that you will be able to select. And the funny thing is, when I started my work as an archivist, the old archivists that could tell you, if you're searching for that, in the 70s we didn't annotate it properly, but in the remarks field, very often there is something, and then in the 80s it was like this, and this situation comes up again, in my opinion, but we will tackle it more professionally. Hopefully. So that's now the online demo. I hope I can wake up my system out of hibernation. The first thing is what I promised you was the speech-to-text interface. So here I look into the audio descriptions where the word Gulf Stream occurs. One of the first things, you probably have them all in your systems, but I can only tell how it developed in our company. One of the first things we realized when we had so much text available that we have to put up the areas where we have our hits immediately into the first list that you receive. That you get from the system, and so you see here are some programs where this word occurs several times, some program where it occurs only one time. You immediately see that, and if you then go into the text representation, that is our text representation of our database as we were used to it. But what we have implemented, and that is the next thing, where we saw that we have to offer new possibilities, is this combined view of keyframes, video, and text. And it works like this: that if you play the video, it follows in the text so that you can see where you are, what you're listening to, and you can select in the videos, and then you are in the text. The text follows, so it is fully synchronized. And the nice thing, and that is that has been implemented, if you work as a journalist here and you select text, you can simply select in the text, and the video is selected. At the same time, you do a right click and you say, I would like to order this, and it goes into your, that's our interface to order video. And the text you have selected is already a remark in your order, and so you can simply go through the text and say, and I would like to use this sentence and another one. Then here we now have selected 3 sentences, and that is the order form to it, and you get it into your MAM system with all the text. So we have shifted the selection process into the text. When you work with text, select in the text, and then you get text or speech. Okay, that's the one thing. I think that's all I wanted to show in this area. But we didn't have that in the beginning. When we started with speech to text, we simply put all the text into the fields where we usually are used to type it in manually. It was a more or less automated cut and paste. But, and you will see that in another example a bit later, this text quality of time-coded text is something new, which we have to present in a different way probably. So that's, so now I have to jump over some screenshots that I've taken just for a reason that it technically would not work. And here we are in the next, we have a prototype now, rather far developed, where we would like to work with these vectorized video representations. I don't have to explain. I'm not trying to explain you technology here, just user experience, just more from the user experience view. So if you want to look it up, and it has been presented several times already, this OpenEye technology that has that provides a vector database so that you can take advantage of the automated vectorization of millions of images in the web. And if you use this clip database, and together with colleagues in the ARD, we did that, then you can search in your own videos without having annotated them. And that's the next prototype. This prototype is rather far developed already. Unfortunately, the prototype at the ORF site is currently down due to a major reconstruction. So I take the one of the SWR, which is our partner institution. And here you see the same database. And what you can do here is now, I will do this search here. So I have chosen the search field for image similarity, but I have typed in the word, the German word for sheep, and now it performs its search. We could have used almost every word. It comes up with the search results. Again, what we already have learned in the text area. It comes in context. So if you have more hits within one program, you have them immediately in the list, and they are sorted according to the similarity score in the. For the images, but to once again point out, we have not annotated the word sheep here. It is just because the vectors of the vectorization of our keyframes has produced the same results as the vectorization from OpenAI. And if we go into this, we again go to this combined light table view. We could now play this video, and you believe me. But again, last thing that I would like to show here, how far that is already implemented, but there's for sure a few steps to go. If you now find another image that you find interesting, you simply say, okay, I now would further search with this image. Then it takes the image into the search form, and now performs a search on this image. The result will be interesting, but well known to you as professional video archivists. First of all, it's a beautiful cow. So now from a TV perspective, and therefore you know why I have chosen this one. But look, it occurs in every program. The program is called natürlich. For a simple reason, it's a part of the signation. or of an intro, of a video intro. But that again leads to one of the application fields of this technology. You all know these cases from your archives that someone has been used in a program and now his lawyers have written a nice but still strict letter that you should never show this person again, otherwise you will have to pay a lot. But how to find all, if this person, we had such a person, a very beautiful administrative clerk, and again, perfect for video, that therefore he was used very often in our programs. And it was a lot of work at that time to find all the occurrences. And here it's made rather easy for us. Well, but this technology that's a prototype. We have it in our test systems, because we are here to openly discuss problems as well. That's what makes us so special as the Media Management Commission. We ran into scalability and performance problems, and especially we as the ORF, we didn't expect that. So our colleagues at the ARD, they don't have these problems as far as I have learned, but we were a bit careless selecting and then here you see how things interconnect in a way you would never have expected. We were a bit careless choosing our keyframing technology, and therefore it produces more keyframes than necessary to represent a video. I remember when we did it and I thought, okay, what's the problem with too many stills but the point is that in the ARD, typically a broadcaster in our size has keyframes, so single pictures about all the videos in the 100 millions, but we have them in the billions. But now, as we start to produce vectorized images of that, we run into a scalability problem, which of course will be solved somehow. Come to the next MMC seminar. But we again will have to apply some technology to throw out these redundancies. And one problem that I see here is also it's so nice to be able to search your video content without having annotated it in theory, but we all know it cannot be complete because we describe especially regional aspects, names, certain of churches, bridges, don't know what. And then you could say, okay, but that's a fine situation. The annotator has just to add what is not in the vectors. But how do you see that? Again, we will need probably different interfaces to make that possible. To give the idea how can you enhance that by a few very well-chosen words, what was for our work for quite some time. And we see new technologies also coming up, which we are also evaluating, that do image description rather on the chat in the GPT on the GPT basis. Okay, and at the moment we don't know where we really will go further. And the funny thing is we don't know our midterm perspective. The long-term perspective is we will need both technologies. A technology that automatically describes the images and you see the text immediately helps a lot to enhance, to see the things that are missing. But if you would completely switch to that and omit this vectorized, you wouldn't have this big image similarity search. So the search for the same video all over. So we will have both on the long run, but which will be the first depends on which technology will be easier to be implemented, I think. So a few ideas about systems that are rather far developed and show certain problems that I also have no problem to share with you. We have one project that is in the area of music recognition. We have this problem that we have the companies that, I don't know the English term for it, please help me, that distribute back money to the artists, royalty, no, your royalty is something different, royalty agencies, and we also would try to be more accurate because it would be cheaper. And we have rather simply, at least our technical colleagues tell me, developed an interface that is able to detect music. And at the moment we have the challenge that we did not expect that the people, the basic idea was of the first iteration, let's say so, was that the most of the music comes from the archive. So if you index everything in your music archive, you will be easy. It will easy to be recognized then on the transmission line what it exactly was. And we had to learn that people use by far more sources from don't know where, USB sticks, don't know, and we will have to find a way to get to a solution here. But it's just it delays us a bit. But it's so, and now we are at the AIditor, our AI tool. How much time is there left? 5 minutes, okay. Okay, then I will have to be fast. The AIditor, that's the tool that's better to be presented than described, is, here it is. That is a framework that we have that has been implemented. That's leased for the archive, where the whole company can experiment with AI technology on a very simple on a very simple pre-prompted basis. I show you a few examples, and therefore I have to go back to an URL that of course is hidden somewhere here in my notes. The online demo here, but here it is. It is the Wikipedia entry of the AIditor. So just to show it to you, so that's everything you would like to know about the AIditor. And if I take this into our AIditor, I can do a lot of AI magic with it. For example, generating text. So if I tell him, okay, I would like to do something with this text, the AIditor offers me a lot of prompts that are pre-prompted and that I can, with which I now can work with this text. One is translate to languages. That's not a, but one is, for example, here interview questions. So please give me interview questions about this text. It will take a few seconds. And here they are. Can you explain the primary mission of AIditor and how it, and so on. So it's available for all our journalists, and I will later on show you a bit how much it's used. And you can then enhance the prompt. I see Brecht de Klerk over there, one of our famous former presidents. So ask about Brecht. Tak. So. That's about his contribution to how leadership influenced the direction, and so on, and so forth. other kinds of text. Okay, now I've jumped back. You can simply then search for other headlines, two-word headlines about this text. Here they are. Media masters. And that's funny. It always comes up with something different. I just wanted to tell you I liked heritage heroes, but that's that's no longer in the list. But now it's media masters also, and that's really used. Unfortunately, running out of time, I show you one last, and then a bit about the background. This last prompt would then be generate a new product. It even can punchlines. Please generate punchlines out of the AIditor text. And here we are. Where is it? Just a bit. When I tried it last time, it was really funny, but I'm a bit afraid what it will come up. You know, I recently learned about AIditor, not to be confused with the worldwide funeral services. Imagine showing up to the wrong conference. I thought we were discussing preserving old TV shows, now preserving old, you know. Well, that's funny. And okay, I would have loved to show you more, probably. So just go to my screenshots, keyword extraction, categorization, text-to-speech, everything pre-prompted, images. So that's so the last information I can deliver. That is, this tool is something between a playground and a productive tool. It has been used in 2024. That are the most use cases that has, and the upper ones are in the 10,000s, and the lower ones are somewhere in the thousands. So for generating text, it has been used in our company 10,000s of times. Social media, produce social media, put audio enhancement. I didn't show you that you can improve an audio automatically. And probably, there is always one after the last. Something to share. Of course, we have principles to use it. And these principles are no publication without human in the loop. No critical company data as an input. And the third last is for journalists very well known and familiar. Treat KI texts as if they were an unchecked source. They are used with. That's a good text, but can I use it? Okay, check. Do a double check and then use it. And all editorial responsibilities remain as they always were. You as a journalist need to know what. So, and that's it. Sorry.